Do you suffer from lineup regret? Are Sunday afternoons filled with disappointment? Do you feel like everyone in your league is against you? You may be experiencing chronic fantasy failure, but now there's hope. Introducing Championship Trophy, the first and only treatment clinically proven to cure fantasy league sadness. Just one championship trophy can restore confidence, rebuild friendships, and even make you believe you actually knew what you were doing at the draft.
Side effects may include extreme bloating, loss of humility, spontaneous trash talk, excessive group chat memes, and the uncontrollable urge to say, "Remember when I won last year?" Do not take Championship Trophy if you are allergic to winning. Consult your commissioner if trash talk lasts more than 4 hours.
Ask your commissioner if Championship Trophy is right for you.
RJ, what the fuck are you doing up there?
Show him a trophy.
Dude, get down. We have a draft to do. Let's go.
Oh, my bad. I'm coming.
Championship Trophy, because only one person deserves happiness.
With the number one pick in the draft, RJ selects Ja'Marr Chase.
No, this one's mine. Because this one's bigger and you know I need the bigger one. Welcome to Wombat Watch. Your hosts for the night, me, Johnny Walker Red, and our favorite champion of last year, Raymond, the Chief Rodriguez. Raymond, how are you doing tonight?
Not too bad, Mr. John. What about yourself?
You know what? I'm doing pretty good, Raymond.
Good.
I'm having a good day, you know? So, how do you feel the draft went for you personally?
For me personally, I will say this. I don't think being the number one pick was as good as it came, or like what it was supposed to be.
Oh, for sure.
I got a good pick, a good number one pick, but then I had to wait 18 more turns to get another pick.
That is the curse of the entire thing.
Yeah,
isn't
so
it?
I think next time, like, I'll try to go 5, maybe 6.
For sure. Well, I mean, we didn't really get to select.
Yeah.
So there's that.
Everybody else kind of chose all the good players before we could even get to them.
I mean, I feel pretty confident in my first round pick, Bijan Robinson. I feel like he was a fantastic pick for my team, and I think he'll work out well. Ja'Marr Chase, the number one overall person drafted. You did as best as you could in the first spot.
I did, and I think he's going to have a good season. He did me good last season.
For sure.
And I'm hoping he's going to do just as good if I could get Joe Burrow away from somebody else that happened to pick him before I could.
That would have been a powerhouse, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. RJ, how do you think the rest of the teams stack up this year?
I think there are some solid teams. There are a couple that are very receiver and running back strong. There are some that are got great quarterbacks with defenses. It's a mix. I know we have a bit of a grading here. How do you think that grading played out?
I think the grading felt like it was pretty good, in my opinion. We went to draft grades at footballguys.com, and you know what? I think they were pretty correct.
Yeah.
So, our first one is for your personal team.
That's me.
What are you doing, Stepper Rose, with a B, solid B. Strong wide receivers, strong running backs, and poor talent at the tight end spot. RJ. I gotta ask, what was the point in that?
Well, I was doing my best to get wide receivers and running backs, all the good ones before anybody else could. And after they all got snatched up and I filled in what I could, then I had to get a tight end towards the end there.
That makes sense. Yeah. Bo Nix, not exactly proven as an elite passer currently, but as a Broncos fan,
I
like that pick.
As a Cowboys fan, I will say this. I have full confidence in Bo Nix. He did pretty good last season, and I feel like he can do pretty good this season. And I hate to say it, Mr. Estrada, but I think Bo Nix is going to beat our quarterback.
We all do, honestly.
Don't start your shit.
Why don't you go on to the next one, RJ?
So, Coop DeGraw. Oh, that's you, John.
Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
Hey.
So he got a B minus rating. Poor depth with the volatile receiving core, and his team looks like you're a lot of rookies, John.
A lot of rookies. A lot of receivers, for sure.
So, we'll hope it pays off. Hope you're a good contender, but the issue I have with rookies is they're not fully proven. Yeah, they had great college years.
Yeah,
they did great in college, but the NFL is a whole different ballgame.
It really is. You're right. But last year, I drafted Malik Neighbors.
Yeah.
I drafted Brian Thomas Jr., and both of those, massive successes. I did not keep Brian Thomas around long enough for him to turn into anything fruitful.
Yeah, I will ask you this, John. How did that turn out last year?
You know, I feel like it was pretty good for my first season, but if you're not first, you're last, and that's kind of just the philosophy we're living by here, which is why we're going with explosive rookies this year, and we're going to take down the championship. It's going to come back to my house.
I don't think so. I think it's willing to stay at my house for another year because I've treated her well.
Well, we got first place here. We got second place. Third
No,
place?
you got third.
I got third.
Shane got
Damn.
second.
Oh, Shane got second. Well, speaking of Shane, the third strings, they got a rating of B-. Powerhouse wide receiver talents with poor depth. The RB room could definitely use a makeover. This team is set to ride on a CeeDee Lamb and Pickens stack. But, unfortunately, Dallas's defense has lost a crucial piece this year. But, I will say as well, maybe that makes it so that Dak Prescott is willing to air out the ball as much as possible. And CD and Pickens will definitely reap the benefits from that.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
For sure.
So, what about one of our new members, Mr.
William, yeah.
Yeah, with the Waffle Stomper Williams.
The Waffle Stompers.
The only one in the league to get an A+ rating.
The only one, yeah.
He plenty of high upside explosive playmakers with good management. They are a lock for playoffs.
I think so, for sure.
So the team is loaded with high flying potential, but it's going to be a long season.
Of course.
So with question marks, we have to wonder if his team really has the gas to make it to the end. Okay.
Of course.
He picked up some good players right out the start. He kept the pick going pretty strong.
For sure.
But we're coming up to week 1, and that can change.
Yeah.
Everything can change.
And with Achane and Tyreek Hill on his squad, we're all curious to see how the Miami Dolphins are going to shape up this year. We have no idea what's going to happen. Tyreek Hill, the cheetah, aging, getting right up there, and he's just not producing like he used to, RJ. Last year it was the wrist injury. This year, it's an oblique.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going to happen there. Achane, he'll do all right as long as Tua doesn't get another concussion.
Which, let's be honest, he's pretty prone to him.
Dude, one more and he's gonna die.
He's like Reggie Ray from that movie.
All right, so next up on our list we have No Name 7, Raph, man.
I don't know, Jerry. I think that Micah Parsons trade was just not a great. Oh, hold on, my client's calling me. I'll call you back. Raph, how's it going, baby? No, you're drafting now? Uh-huh. Well, what about last year? You drafted a kicker that didn't go good? Okay, calm down. Listen, you draft Kittle in the first round. Okay? Yes, no, I know what I'm doing, Ref. I promise. Okay, and then you're going to draft Jared Goff. Yes, Raf, I know what I'm talking about. Believe me here. Okay, and then just draft as many Green Bay Packers as you possibly can. Okay, good. I'll talk to you later, Raf, buddy, okay? All right, bye. Sucker.
Raph, man,
God damn it.
I love you to death, Raph. And next year, if you want, you can come and draft with me and RJ. We'll help you out a little bit. You got a D+ rating here. This is not, I didn't do this. The site said you did. You have a monster tight end as your first round pick. Kittle is perfect, and I was honestly so mad when he went. But I got to tell you, your wide receiver room, it's kind of overpriced. It's underwhelming, and the RB side of the pool is also really shallow. It's going to take a lot of elbow grease, Raph, for you to get your team into playoff contention, and it would be a monumental long shot to say you were going to win a championship this year.
Yeah, it's not looking good. You might just call yourself the Green Bay Packers because you have so many of their players.
You have all of the Packers. Except for Matthew Golden. He's on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know who did a little better than, well, besides everybody, but who did a little better than Raph? Is one of our other newest contenders, Esther.
Oh, Esther. Hell yeah.
So she got a B- rating, okay? She has dominant running backs, and she's got wide receivers and tight ends that are pretty solid receivers. Even tight ends being receivers. She's got a solid quarterback, and that'll help kind of get her some points. But I think in the long run, she's just got to be smart with the team. And that's the thing. She's got to be smart with the team.
She does.
She's got to look at those weeklies. Who are they playing against? But the big thing is, does she have the quarterback to match the receivers?
Oh, I agree. Yeah. The quarterback is, it's kind of a risk there.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And so we'll see. Like I said, we're in week 1. We'll see what happens. Just you got to match them up perfectly. Every now and then, throw in your second string if you have to.
Oh, by the way, Esther did not draft a kicker. She didn't draft a kicker and a defense. She's going to need to stream one of those every other week just to keep herself into contention.
She might just end up with the Browns defense. And that's not good.
She is in the middle of the pack like most of us, but I feel like with some upgrades, be a pretty good team. Moving on. Josh is the king. Is that Trent?
No, I think Trent's lost, boys.
No, that's Gowan, right?
No.
I think that's right. Anyway, Josh is the king. C-. You have a dominant QB in Josh Allen. Nobody's going to contend with that. QB at first round, kind of a shitty move, my guy. I wanted that. I wanted that player. I wanted him bad. But wide receivers and tight ends make up your offensive backbone. And that's where the good times stop rolling. Atrocious depth at your RB. I think you have one running back. And disastrous amount of kickers and defenses on your team leave you wondering if they'll even win one game this season, let alone get to the championship game.
Yeah.
So he's got 2 kickers, 2 defenses. I don't know if he's just waiting to see how it pans out for those defenses and kickers or what's going on there, RJ. I don't understand.
Yeah.
But without any sort of fixes, he's not going to make it to the top. So I feel like the C- rating is actually
pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
So let's talk about Star Division next. I'm going to go off and say he did pick up some good QBs, some good wide receivers, some good running backs. Yeah. He did pick up my QB. All I wanted was Joe Burrow, so be ready to talk a trade. He's got all three aspects. He got an A- rating, which is a great rating.
For sure.
And
yeah, right below William.
Yeah, right below. Like
right below him.
Right below. There was only a couple that got that A, and he happened to be one of them. I think that there's a lot of potential in his lineup, and I do think that the biggest thing that he did that kind of makes me nervous is he picked up Christian McCaffrey. Okay.
Oh, for sure.
And is he really healthy? Like, is he fully ready to go this season? Because we all know how that went last season, Emily. So we'll see how it plays out. He's like I said, he's got Joe Burrow, he's got Christian McCaffrey.
He does, yeah.
He's got a couple of good wide receivers, good running backs. I feel like he's going to do good this season.
I think so too.
But we'll just see. A lot of his players, even now, like he has. He happens to have Justin Jefferson, who's already on the questionable report.
For sure.
So we'll see how that plays out. Hopefully he gets healthy, gets some points, and we'll see where the season goes for him.
But it's beginning to look like his team is the IR, right? Like,
yeah, it's already looking like
he's
it.
injured reserves. Like he's gonna get a player that's gonna get injured, and then who knows what's gonna happen. I'm thinking CMC goes down, honestly. He came back last year for 2 games?
2 games towards the end of the season, and he didn't do that.
And then
good.
he broke his knee in the snow. Nobody hit him. He just broke it.
Yeah.
I'm a little salty about that. I took CMC after Emily let him go and held him on my IR for 7 games.
Yeah, it never really panned out.
All right. Well, that kind of left me a little lost, and that brings us to the next one. The Lost Boys. C+ rating. It's a good team. It's got some real firepower in the front line at RB. And the poor thing is that's where it stops. Shaky wide receiver room leaves a cause for concern. Baker Mayfield could win him weeks all by himself. We've seen him do it. He's a monster to contend with when he's on the ball, right? But you never know if he's going to hit or not, right? If you lose some RBs and none of your wide receivers show up, I feel like they're going to leave you lost, boy.
So lastly on our roster, we have Emily with the running back Reapers. She got a B-, okay?
That's a B-, yeah, that's
And,
good.
yeah, and she's got Jalen Hurts leading the charge, which is
For sure.
he's a phenomenal quarterback, and the seasoned infantry that is wide receiver, she's got Amon-Ra St. Brown, which is,
He's a monster.
again, I was a little upset that I didn't get to pick him up. Mike Evans, he's a bit of an old timer, but you know what? He's always been reliable.
He is reliable.
So, I do think that this year, I think her running backs, I think her running backs are going to do pretty solid. She's got Kamara, and
She's got Kamara, yeah.
she's got Denty.
Genty. Okay.
So they're going to do her some good. I think she's going to get a lot of points from her running backs. I think she'll get a good amount of points from St. Brown, but I don't think Mike Evans is going to be it for her. As reliable as he is, and he's been reliable. I picked him up many seasons myself, but he's getting older.
He is.
He's getting slower, and I think that most of her roster is probably going to get injured. That's just the Emily way.
You see, I see that you think that. I got to tell you, I think last year we were all extremely afraid of which running back that Emily was going to reap next.
Yeah.
So many running back injuries. It's crazy, and it's so weird that would happen to you. This year, I think the running backs are coming back for revenge. I think they're going to try and reap Emily this year. I think Genty probably not going to be as explosive as we all want him to be in his first year. Kamara, you can't outrush time forever. And I think he's going to fall apart. Emily's going to be left with no running backs that actually produce season-winning points.
Yeah, that's fair. That is fair. I do think she is going to get a lot of her points from her wide receivers.
Yeah.
With Mike Evans being kind of a hit and miss. But like I said, we're coming up to week 1. We'll see how it plays out. So What about this, Sean? What do you think? Who do you think the top 3 teams to beat are going to be?
Well, my first team to beat is the Waffle Stompers.
Yeah, he did have that A+
He
rating.
does have that A+ rating. I gotta tell you, I think you don't want to sleep on him. I don't think you want to sleep on Will. I think he's coming for us this year, and not being well known, he could probably get in a couple wins. I'm thinking at least 60% win rate this year.
Okay.
At least 60%.
See, I'm thinking Star Vision. Okay, here's my thought process: is the team he has is extremely volatile. Okay, especially if Christian McCaffrey stays healthy and is actually back and is in true form.
Yeah.
Star Vision is poison to take on the league.
Yeah.
Okay, I think he's going to end up with a lot of points. I think he's gonna dominate some weeks, but we've got to see how he plays his lineup. That's the big thing, is how you play your lineup.
I agree. Speaking of the lineups, I think the third person to beat this year, what are you doing, Stepborough? I think, what can I say here that RJ hasn't already said for himself? The reigning league champion. He's proven that he's got the gumption to go the distance. But I got to tell you, RJ, heavy is the head that wears the crown, my friend. You know?
Yeah.
If you're not careful, I think you're bound to get stuck in the washing machine, and every other team in the league is going to have their way with you.
Well, you know what? Sometimes when you get stuck in the washing machine, all you can do is, go for it.
You heard it here, folks. He's ready.
So, I understand we've talked about the top 3 teams. Who are the couple teams that you're not worried about right now? You don't even have to worry about them.
Oh, man. That's so hard to say because of the way things kind of shaped up, Everybody has good players on their team. But I would say my number one team that I'm not really afraid of right now is Josh is the King.
Okay.
He doesn't have much depth at the running back room. He's got an elite quarterback, but not much else.
Okay. And what about that league dark horse, the one that you think is going to just kind of sneak up on everybody?
I got to tell you, RJ, I think that our dark horse is going to be the Lost Boys. For sure. Yeah. Don't let that C+ ranking fool you. Okay. I personally believe if you underestimate the team, you're gonna get Captain cooked. All right. Slight weakness at the wide receiver position may overinflate confidence when you're matched up against them. Like, you're not gonna worry about it, right?
Yes.
Because they don't look scary. But I'm gonna tell you, there's some serious opportunity for explosive chaos from this team. I think they're gonna explode, and when they do, you don't want to be next to them.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think this team will grab you, and maybe they'll get you trapped in Neverland.
Oh yeah. We're coming up to week 1, John, and like I said, anything can happen. The first couple weeks you have to kind of tinker your team. You have to kind of figure out what works for you, what doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
The first couple weeks is always about that, like, small switching stuff.
Just little adjustments.
Little adjustments, small adjustments, and as it starts moving on, we'll kind of reevaluate and see where everybody's at. But for this first week, I think everybody's going to do their best, try to figure out, how many points they can get. But here's the big thing: is you can't end up being a projection points player.
Oh, dude, for sure, you can't do that. There's been many times where I've come from a losing projection and actually won games.
Yeah.
I was projected to lose against the Lost Boys in the playoffs, and I ended up pulling out the win.
Who did you lose to in the playoffs?
That'd be you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
How many times did we play during the season, though? 3 overall.
But I beat you in the playoffs.
How many times did I win, though?
But I beat you in the playoffs.
Oh, 2-1.
Yeah.
Beat me when it mattered, though. That's what I gotta
yeah.
say. Hey, why don't you pull up the games coming up for this week, and we'll see what we feel like is gonna happen.
So, this week, to start everything off, we have the What Are You Doing, Step Burrows, with myself with Star Vision.
Oh, how do you think that's gonna pan out?
Again, it's a projection game. We're pretty close.
Yeah.
I've already started adjusting my team to try to make it the best. I think it really could go either way. I'm gonna do my best to make sure I get everything I can. I'm probably gonna remess with it, see how everything's going, and we'll go from there.
So you heard it here, folks. What do we got next?
Josh is the king, and No Name 7.
See, this is the kind of game I like to see. This is a junkyard dog, down to the bottom, dirty scrap out. And I want to see who's going to take the win here, because I'm curious who's going to establish themselves early in this season.
I think as long as Green Bay has a good game here on Sunday, then Raph will do good.
They're a fantastic team.
Yeah, but
they're a good team.
I know their defense is great right now. Thank you, Micah Parsons.
Micah Parsons for the win.
So after that, we've got Threat Level Midnight and Third Strings.
All right, seasoned veteran and our commissioner Shane Estrada going against the newbie Esther Garner.
Ooh.
How do you think that's going to turn out?
I think if Esther pays attention to her teams and she pays attention to her lineup and she's willing to make adjustments, she might come out on top. But with that said,
yeah,
I do think Shane, who has more experience in the situation, is willing to break down individual players.
Right. I agree. I honestly, I got to tell you, I feel like Esther could take that game.
I think she could too. She just has to prepare that lineup. That's what it is.
I'll be honest with you. I think Shane lost a step this year. Shane lost a step in his draft. He didn't really care much for it this year, and he's going to pay the price.
I do think that because he was present for the draft, but I think he kind of put it aside. Like, you know what, I'll be okay.
Yeah.
Not to worry about it.
I think he just assumed that he'd be all right.
Yeah, and so we'll see what happens in week 1 with them.
You know, Shane. Papa Spank. All right, what do we got next?
After that, we have you yourself, Mr. John, against Emily, the killer of running backs.
The killer of running backs going against me, the king of the running backs. Or, the rookie wide receivers.
Either way.
I got to tell you, RJ, I think I'm going to take this one. I feel like I'm confident here, and I think that I can beat Emily at her own game here.
I think as long as Emily's she had a good draft. She had a good draft. And I think as long as her players stay healthy and don't fall under the curse of Emily, she might have a good chance.
We'll see, though. We'll see.
So lastly, we have the Lost Boys against one of our newcomers, Will.
William.
And Will had the best grading of this whole draft.
He did.
So again, it all goes back to the lineup. Set the lineup. It's not about the projection. It's about who the teams are playing. It's about who's doing good on whatever team. Don't worry about projections. Worry about the players.
Right. Don't let the grading system inflate your ego either, because it could go complete 180 the single second that the ball is snapped. That's all it is.
Yes.
So now, RJ, I would like to introduce our new segment that we will be doing Tuesdays. We're going to do videos every Tuesday, just talking about the league and any sort of updates that might happen. The new segment's called Trading Block. All right? If you guys have anybody you want to trade, you let us know. We will broadcast it on the video. We'll let everybody else know this person's up for trades, or this person is trying to get rid of so-and-so.
And here's what I'm thinking is people need to actually trade this league. Okay? Nobody wants to trade.
It's an atrocious thing when nobody will trade in your leagues.
You don't have to pick up people from the waiver wire. You can pick up people from other teams. It's a doable thing.
It is indeed. And I get it. Some people are afraid of getting trade raped.
That's fair.
If you're afraid of that sort of thing, get online. Go to a trade analyzer. RotoTrade. I don't know if you've ever been on that website. They've got a trade analyzer. You plug in who's getting what and who's getting what for who, and it tells you if that's a fair trade or if it's not a fair trade. It lets you know.
Yeah, even then, you always have to look at your weeks. Look at who you're playing this week. For example, Joe Burrow, okay? I want him so bad. right now. Let's talk a trade. What do you need? I'll make it work.
And you know what? Maybe later down the season, one of my rookies is going to go off.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll trade you guys.
Yeah.
Who knows? You just got to ask. You got to talk about it. Message me or RJ individually. We'll put it on the show, and we'll get it out there to the league mates, and we'll let them know that you're willing to make some deals. Let's make some trades. Let's get out there and actually win a season because we didn't sit on our hands.
And I will say this, winning is awesome.
All right, put it away. All right. Well, do you have anything else you want to talk about?
I don't think so. I think a lot of it is just let's see what happens this first week. Let's see how everybody ends up playing, and we'll come back next week. We'll reanalyze and maybe those grades will be changed. Maybe the person who got that A+ rating ends up coming down to a D. Maybe the person who got that D+ rating goes up to an S.
That's true. Maybe they get to the top.
So we'll just have to see what week 1 gives us and see how everybody plays their drafts, see how everybody plays their teams, and we'll go from there.
Well, I am, for one, extremely excited. I'm happy to be back in the league with you guys. We're going to have a fun time this year. I love the trash talk that's going on in the chats. Like, that's my favorite thing about
it's a good
this.
time.
I like the communication.
Yeah, it's a good time. I like it.
But, so this has been Wombat Watch. I am Johnny Walker Red, and this is
Raymond the Chief Architect.
signing out.